years as the 7 top knitters in the land prepare their needles for combat.
Hi, welcome back to Night Your Mother's Hobbies. Today we're going to check out some hobby stuff. What we have here today are an assortment of kind of small miniatures, whether it's gatcha or mini kits and stuff, just to share some of that collection, some of the stuff you're not going to see or might not have seen before, or even thought that you could paint up. So first thing up, we have this little gatcha figure from Gundam, from the original Gundam. This is Char Aznable. This is his red Zaku, his little speedy speed boy with his rocky boots. He's a little bent up here. The plastic on this is quite malleable, very bendy. Overall, the detail on this, though, is super cool. There's lots going on here. I would love to paint this up and see kind of how these little gotcha guys take paint or could take paint, what I could do with them. This one is from a mini-series. I think it's an OVA. I think it's called something like the 8th MS team, like Mobile Suit Team. This is the Gundam from that series. This is the main one that they use, I believe. There's a couple types in it, but I thought that the pose looked really rad. This could easily be painted up as like the RX-79 Gundam from the original series. So same scale, similar scale, lots of great detail in there. Awesome pose on that RX-79 Gundam model. And here we have another of the villains from the original Mobile Suit Gundam series. This is Garma Zabi. They pilot another of these Zaku ground force mobile suits. Not a high mobility version like Char, but he's got a heat axe with him, a specialty heat axe, and his own color scheme, as well as the commander or the leader horn that they have. So those are these 3 little Gundam guys going on. They're all gachas. They were pretty cheap. You can get a lot of these kind of things secondhand. I think they were like $1 each or something, or $2 each. Super cheap. Really cool. You got to kind of look for them, and a lot of gacha are kind of the super deformed big head guys, but you can find stuff like that. You can find things that are miniature form in all kinds and all types. Here we have some more gacha. The size and scale on these are, as you can see, a little bit different. They have these little invisible stands that can go in their booty holes. I had it backwards, that's why. This knob is not supposed to go up his booty, but rather the other end is, and the knob goes down below for some angling. But this is a famous scene from Dragon Ball with Puar and Oolong, where Oolong saves the day by wishing for some hot girl panties. He usurps that wish. But yeah, it's a little bit larger scale, but the sculpt is really fun, really cool. Again, I'm putting the post in the wrong way. And this one, I also managed to find. This is more in scale a little bit with like your normal miniatures, your 28mm and stuff. Obviously, being anime, it's kind of exaggerated proportions and stuff. But this is based off some famous Toriyama art. Really cool, very iconic. I think even if you're not a Dragon Ball fan, you would recognize this artwork, this scene, for sure. It's that same bendy plastic of the other ones, of those Gundam figures. So, you can see that hole is quite warped, but nothing that a good hot bath can't fix. Easy enough. But those are, yeah, some cool little Dragon Ball guys that I managed to find. This is a tiny, tiny model kit. It is the Zaku, the regular soldier type Zaku. And we pull this guy out, and you will see it is a very small little model kit. Very few joints and parts that you can move around. I think it's just the arms, and I think you can see there both legs or maybe a single hinge. I don't even know if they will move. But yeah, there's no knee joints, none of that. It is very mono pose. But I thought it was super cool to find. As many of you might not know, these Gundam model kits usually come in very large scale, kind of like action figure size to very, very large size. And this is super small. Very, very small. So to see something like this as a model kit, actual model kit, was really cool. I've noticed actually that many of the smaller figures or small scale miniatures are really old and hard to find. Anything new is very rare, as Japanese model kits are large scale usually. Here's a model kit designed by Hayao Miyazaki, who you might know from a boatload of anime movies like Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, My Neighbor Totoro. Most recently, there was Boy and the Heron. So here's a model kit designed by him, or at least the artwork is, and then manufactured otherwise. But yeah, so here is a rifle samurai, or a rifleman. This model kit is about like 42 millimeters, I want to say. It's definitely on a larger scale. It is quite small for what you usually find over there, but you can see here the pieces. I want to say it's between 32 mil and 40, something like that. A really interesting find. I could only find one. I think they only did one. I was hoping they had more in the line. Here you can see kind of the scale of the legs here. As I'm trying to kind of get that right, so you can see he is going to stand taller, and that's only his leg. Like his hip doesn't even come up there. But yeah, so this miniature was only like a one-off from what I could find on it. I don't know why or who or what was going on, but I'm glad that they did it. I'm glad I was able to find it. Toriyama also did some interesting, just like as a side note, did some interesting artwork for like a World War II series of like super deformed chibi soldiers. Really cool, stylized, highly detailed, but wasn't able to find any of those at that time. Regardless, though, here is the haul. Here's our little haul. You can see I also had found this guy that we already painted previously in that same miniatures haul. You've watched me paint that guy up. I would love to paint some more of these up. Maybe the Dragon Ball one or one of the Gundams, kind of just show you different materials getting painted. But that's really all there is about this little hobby haul we got going on. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got some more little hobby hauls planned and filmed coming up. Some more Japanese ones, some more rare miniatures, some old school miniatures, little metal boys. So look forward to those coming up in the next month, as well as an unboxing for the next Hero Quest expansion against the Ogre Horde, and something fun coming up in the mail that I'm going to be painting real quick, real fast, right on time, very topical. Sneak a little peeky on that one coming up. If you haven't heard, we do have a Patreon out where you can join and be part of the credits. We got some behind the scenes stuff. We also have a cool Discord, slowly getting populated, and all kinds of hobby talk in there. I've been having lots of fun here, and I hope you guys have been too. Share in the comments your hobby stories and goals, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!